In this video, we will be targeting Atlantic Salmon Diamonds with some crazy strategies. If this video helps you catch diamonds, please remember to give it a like. Come back and leave a comment. Let me know you were successful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Here is my latest catch screen. First fish at 0052 is a diamond. Lots of golds. Here's another diamond, and another. Let's finish with a diamond at 2:30. That is 1 hour, 38 minutes, 15 golds, 5 diamonds. And here's my latest catch screen dime hook only. I did this over the course of 3 different nights. As you can see, the first one here was a whopper, not too far off the record. And there is an even bigger one. 20 diamonds. I want to make it clear that this video is not about XP farming. I will talk about it a little bit, but the focus is on farming tokens, specifically diamonds and golds. Let's take a quick look at the Atlantic salmon. For the traits, it's a hard fighter and a jumper. Keep your eyes open for the big ones to jump and sit on top of the water. In the big fish montage, I'll show you one that I actually target as it was sitting on the top of the water. It is also a sun lover. However, it does not adhere to this at all. So don't worry about what time you're fishing for them. You can fish all night. For the bait and lure preferences, I like crankbait and minnow and pro performance for bait feeding. The maximum Atlantic salmon is 29 kilograms or just under 64 pounds, and they are hard fighters. So I recommend your strongest lure spinning rig. This is the Grow X from the souvenir stand, combined with the True Mediator. Don't worry if you have only the level 35 versions of these. That's just fine. That would be the Grow and the Mediator. I use that in some of the fish caught in the big fish montage on my other character. Use your strongest braided line that can fit on your bait casting rod. You see here 110, but that doesn't exist in the game. So I am using 99. And I prefer the 3/0 crankbait. We will be twitching that. And then alternately, if you have a strong float setup, here is the level 100 Power Nexus, strongest float setup in the game with the level 90 reel. Once again, the strongest braided line you can put on the rod, waggle or bobber to move less in the current. And this is how I was diamond hooking only. However, you could do the same thing with the 3/0 gold. And I like minnow. And for bait feeding, I am only going to use the hand. There are multiple reasons for that, and I'll talk about that in the technique session. I like to start in a morning server, but it's not a requirement. Here is the main outpost or the location. You're going to want to grab a boat from this trailhead in the middle lake. Drive it out to where I have this diamond marker and my boat right here. Now the environment here stays amazingly consistent all throughout the day and night, so don't feel locked into any particular time window. To catch Atlantic salmon diamonds, I like to start in a morning server, but it certainly isn't necessary. This is a great one to fish online with friends because you do not need to worry about a specific time window. And even though I like to start at 6 a.m., absolutely not necessary. You can fish around the clock until you run out of bait balls. No big deal. In fact, you can even fast travel back and keep on going, but that's a lot of bait balls if you're full. For the gear, use your strongest lure spinning rig. I recommend 3/0 gold size crankbait. You're going to twitch with that. And you can also use a float fishing rig with either 3/0 or 4/0. When I was diamond hooking, I used a 4/0 on a float, but you're going to need a strong float to do that. And don't forget to use Pro Performance bait balls to attract them. The technique here is quite simple. You can use any direction. In fact, you can see people over here and here. I saw a person catch a diamond over here earlier. Anywhere in this zone works just fine, but my preference is to park at where I have my marker, right by this fish marker. And I like to face the mountain just so I have a target. And what I want you to do for the first one is just maximum toss out with the hand a Pro Performance bait ball. And the reason I only use the hand, one, anybody has it, it's automatically in the game. But with the crankbait, we're going to twitch it. There's a jump right there. Max cast out, twitch it, and you see over in the right that it dives down. Now it's going to come back up in range of that bait ball where the fish are going to be attracted. So if I used a slingshot and shot it way out there, especially the medium, it could be at its lowest point on the crankbait. I don't really want that. I want it to come back up right through there, and if there's a gold, we'll get it. Nothing on the first pass. Oh, there was one right there. Let's see if we can. I'll just do a quick cast. You could see it follow it up. Slow it down. And there it is. With this gear, it's a pretty easy fight. Now, the other thing that you can do is alternate. So I'm going to do a forward only cast, puts it a little past that. And I did the quick cast, which is right button on controller that you saw. So plenty of golds. You see, even with gold hook, this is not that uncommon. So if you want to farm XP, you can certainly go to a silver hook and just do the half cast like I did there. And you can pull in fish after fish after fish after fish. But as I mentioned, I'm focused on gold and diamonds specifically. And the fastest route to diamonds, I believe, is through the golds. Forgot to bump my speed back up. 3x is fine, unless you're doing that quick cast like I did to get that gold to bite. Now, let me switch over to the float option. If you have a strong enough float, you can do this. And what I was doing, just go halfway strength on the hand. I drop it down just a touch and do a quick cast that lines right up with that. So if you are doing other things, say around the house or playing on your phone or whatever, it's very easy to sit here with a diamond hook. I found it took me I'm going to say on average 8 to 10 bait balls to get a diamond. And then I'd get a run, and then sometimes I'd have a dry spell. But it really wasn't that hard, as you saw on the latest catch screen, to fill up 20 of those. And all I did is turn my volume way up so I could hear the nibble, and they will nibble. And then I just did other things around the house or whatever I wanted, watched a movie. And when I heard the nibble, then away you go. Definitely a tougher fight on the float, but it's a very easy way to gold hook or dime hook and do other things without having to put too much effort in it. Like I said, I think most people will want to use the casting method and alternate between the half cast and the max cast, or do quite a few. That was a nice looking one. It's probably a gold. It was definitely much bigger than the other one that jumped to the left of it, but I do have diamond hook on, so I don't expect a bite. And I don't want this to go too long because I am featuring a ton of diamonds in the big fish montage. I'm going to cut those except for a few of them. I'll show the biggest one of each technique and one where I targeted a diamond that jumped and sat on the surface. All the rest of them, I'll cut them down to just the end of the fight because this video is going to be pretty long. So stay tuned. Watch that big fish montage. Should be fun. It was fun catching them. Happy fishing. Have a good one. Please click on the logo bottom left to subscribe to my channel. Check out my other content and don't forget to hit the like button on the video.